$100 million leads just dropped, and the most important chapter is on lead magnets. The issue is though, it's easy to feel like after reading it, so what do I do next? Now, and frankly, the content was really damn good. Hormozi just can't write a book with specific examples for every single business, right? He's writing this for every single business. So if you sell your expertise or productize it into a service or product, this video is for you because I'm going to show you exactly how to craft a perfect lead magnet following the $100 million leads framework specific to coaches, consultants, and course creators. On top of that, $100 million leads gives you an overwhelming 12 different options to create a lead magnet. So to make things really simple for you, I'm gonna give you the 3 best lead magnets out of those 12, especially if you're a coach, consultant, course creator. And all of them with real examples so you can draw for inspiration. Because let's face it, 3 is easier to decide from than 12 options. Before I jump into what those 3 are, what is a big lead magnet mistake you might be making already? Well, inside $100 million leads, the definition is really clear. A lead magnet is a complete solution to a narrow problem given away at a significant discount. And once that lead magnet solves that narrow problem, then it should present the next problem which your core offer solves. And what that means in plain English is don't just give people crap that part fixes a problem. For example, my lead magnet, the 4-hour GPT cash campaign, it shows people how to speed up the Facebook ad writing with Chat GPT. It solves one specific problem, how to run ads and know how to test different variations quickly. And I've purposely dripped this over a few days so people actually consume it and get a result just like it's taught in $100 million leads. In the perfect world, I want the people who've gone through it thinking, wow, if this is what Jules has created, I wonder what the paid thing is like. And because ads are a small piece of the puzzle of your funnel, the next piece of the problem is what do I follow up with them in the emails? And that's where my core offer comes in. Okay, so I may have just shamelessly pitched really early at the start of this video, but there's a reason for it. So many times I've created a lead magnet like the top 5 email marketing mistakes for coaches or the top 50 best subject lines. But on reflection, this is just a band-aid, right? It's not actually solving a specific narrow problem. So long story short, if people don't actually use your lead magnet and get a result, I'm paraphrasing Hormozi, but he's like, they're gonna be paying with time now. And if you want them to pay with their wallet later, you gotta make your free thing really good. Otherwise, they're not gonna actually come back and pay. And if you create the lead magnet correctly, they're gonna get excited about the paid thing. But that leads to our next problem. $100 million leads gives us 3 different categories to pick your lead magnet from, which is the right version. Option 1 is reveal the problem. Option 2 is a free trial. And step 3 is give away the first step in a multi-step solution. Those are the 3 categories, but then they're broken up into 4 different types of lead magnets: software, information, services, and products. That gives you a total of 12 different lead magnets. Now again, I love the book. The content is really damn good. Frankly though, he can't be specific to every single business to say you should pick this one. So you might be wondering in your position, well, which is the right one? I don't want to focus on the wrong thing, and you'd be right to think that. So why don't I show you the best 3 that have worked for my clients following the $100 million lead framework. And the first step before actually deciding which of the 12 you want to pick with, you got to decide what's the problem you want to solve. And if you pick the wrong problem to solve, then your lead magnet is going to be crap to start off with. So remember, a lead magnet is solving a specific narrow problem, and you might have many different narrow problems you could solve in your entire solution. So let me give you a quick example. So one of my past clients, Troy, he helped agency owners scale their business. And ultimately, he's gonna be giving them recurring revenue, removing them from the business, all these really good things that an agency owner definitely wants, right? Now, there's lots of little tiny problems you could completely solve as a lead magnet. You could show people how to create A players on your team. You could show people how to set up operations. You could show people how to set up a fulfillment system so clients get results. But in the world of marketing, you gotta understand what people want versus what they need. And those 3 examples I just gave you are classic examples of what people need, but not what people want. So if I want to pick a narrow problem to solve with a lead magnet, I want to pick something that's sexy, that's something that people want. And in this example for a client, I solved the problem of recurring revenue. It's what people want. It tickles the lizard brain. It's what people want to fix going feast to famine. It's a really sexy thing. And when you're able to narrow down the problem that people want to fix versus what they need to fix, it's going to save you so much frustration in the future, because when you get this right, then you can start to recycle lead magnets inside of emails, inside of Facebook groups. You can bundle it inside of existing offers to make them even better. But if you solve the specific narrow problem of something boring, then you're just gonna be wasting your time. And even though the content from $100 million leads is 10 out of 10, it doesn't give specific examples for my coaches, consultants, and course creators. So how do you brainstorm that perfect what they want problem. So here's what I would run through with clients. What is that thing that produces the best ROI? So it could be financially, but if you don't promise financial results, maybe it's time back and frustration saved. Maybe your results are like general well-being, and you can translate that into productivity, into better sleep, and from there, that's more tangible rather than just being like, you feel better. When you're clear on what gives the best ROI as a problem solved, then you can start diving into the lead magnet phase. And I promised you the 3 best lead magnets to pick from. These are the best 3 that I found work like gangbusters for my past clients. So the first lead magnet is revealing a problem. And we're already at a disadvantage because we can't have automation and software like most SaaS, which gets people through a quiz and actually reveals maybe a website fault or how they're not getting traffic. How do we still reveal a problem, automate this, and not have all this fancy tech? Well, the answer is good copy. And the reason why you need this little introduction at the start is because you need people emotionally invested to consume all the material. It's not enough to say, here's how you do it. So if you look at this example here, you can see I introduce the problem, I explain why you need to fix it, and then I also explain what it's not. So this is how I structure my lead magnets to reveal the problem before getting really deep into the how-to. So the lead magnet I just showed you attracted lots of leads, but what if you want less leads, but more high quality leads to deal with? Like you don't want to have to sift through lots of garbage because you sell something really expensive. Well, this next lead magnet is going to really help you out. We're going to use the free trial lead magnet, but make it a lot more sexy using urgency and scarcity. So here's the thing, a free trial is amazing for heaps of businesses, for SaaS, for maybe like a chiropractor or something like that. But if you're selling high ticket, it's kind of hard to implement a free trial. So what I'm going to show you now is a free trial that I implemented for a coach who had a high ticket offer, which he then sold a $30,000 offer on the back end. This is how you amplify the, free trial, try me out, and not have to deal with a bunch of tire kickers. So here's a little bit of a story time. I was working with this guy called Paul who helped people bring inbound leads via LinkedIn. And he had a cold list of emails. Don't do this, by the way. I just wanted the money at the time while I was kind of young. He had a list of cold emails that he scraped from LinkedIn, but he was posting regularly so people kind of knew who he was. And he had a membership. He wanted to get more people from that cold list into his membership. And I knew that just say like a free trial into the membership wasn't going to be enough. And for smart business owners who know the investment is $500 the next month, they know that that 30 days for free isn't going to be enough to really implement the system to get any value out of it. So they just won't invest. So to fix this problem, I want to make the offer really sexy. So I look back through Paul's different programs, offers. I saw the LinkedIn audit. It was a $1,500 audit. He had reviews. He actually sold it for $1,500 retail. And I said, hey, Paul, why don't we give 3 of these away as an incentive to sign up? And he reluctantly agreed. The good news is that everyone who clicked onto the page, 38% of them converted into a trial member, and 3 of those people did actually get the audit. And so what happened was that one of those 3 people then turned into a $30,000 client. So can you see the power of this free trial method? It doesn't really work if you're a complete beginner and you don't have proof and you don't have a high ticket offer, but if you're posting consistently, or you've got a mini audience, or you know someone who has an audience, this is a really good option to do every couple of months to bring new people onto your list with this free trial. And look, maybe it's like, maybe you don't have a membership, but maybe you could give limited access to materials or something like that. The point is though, you're using the free trial, but we're doing a mini launch by saying you have to sign up by this date because of reason why. And I can only give away 3 of these audits because, they're worth $1,500 and I want to give my best attention to these audits. But we're not done here because I'm going to give you one final example to spark your next killer lead magnet and of course, following the $100 million lead framework. You give away step 1 of a multi-step solution that you offer. So the best way to visualize this is maybe you've subscribed to a software and it's giving you step 1 of the software, like a freemium model. And yeah, it solves one specific problem. Like I remember going to Neverbounce, which is a list cleaning software, and popping all the emails in there for the first time. And it would show me all the emails that were corrupted. It would give me 10 credits to remove those corrupted 10 emails, but it's like, hey, if you want to actually remove them, then you got to pay this much to get this many credits. So this example of Neverbounce is like 1.5 steps of the bigger picture, which is email deliverability. It's cleaning up those emails. And when I saw this for the first time, I'm like, why can't we just apply this for high ticket as well, but just a little bit differently? So one of my past clients, he helped his clients build profitable recruiting businesses. And what's the first really big, sexy problem you have to solve if you've got a recruiting business? Well, you probably don't know, but I'll tell you anyway. You got to find low competition and high paying niches. So like in the recruiting world, if you're able to place someone for 100K, typically you would get 20% of that, which is like 20K, just for making that person hired. So in the recruiting world, to keep things simple, let's just say you find a candidate and their salary is 100K and you put them with the right company and you're responsible for it, you're gonna get 20%, which is like 20K. So obviously, this is a sexy thing you want to solve. Like, how do you pick the right niche so you're not wasting time? Whether you're not wanting to work with my client or you want to do it my own, this was the sexy first problem to fix. And so I'm thinking to myself, how do I mimic what Neverbounce is doing? So further into my research, I asked the client, so when you sit down with them and onboard them, do you give them niches? He's like, yeah, we've got 12 niches that we typically match on interests and stuff. And then from there, we're able to then help them get results faster. I'm like, oh, okay, that's perfectly it. So if this is step like 2 or 3 of your process, let's give them step 1. Let's give them the top 3 profitable recruiting niches to start with. And he's like, yeah, okay, sounds like a good idea. See what I'm doing here? If people want the next 9 steps, then that's all part of working with you. But you can give them the first step and give them the first 3. And that's how we structured this lead magnet. It was, what are the top 3 profitable recruiting niches to pick in 2022? And the success of that lead magnet all came down to the name. And if you can't name your lead magnet the right way, then there's no point even creating a lead magnet. The cool thing is, with inside of $100 million leads, Alex gives you a really solid testing strategy. The issue is though, what happens if you're split testing 2 piles of garbage? You're just gonna have one more less stinking pile of garbage. So before you go follow Alex's testing protocol, you need to go find what I call dog whistle words. So what's a dog whistle word? Well, imagine when you blow a dog whistle, right? All the dogs look around like, who did that? Well, that's what you're trying to do with these words. You want to try and blow the whistle and attract all your dream clients. That way we're not split testing 2 piles of garbage. And this is going to absolutely amplify Alex's testing strategy. And ultimately, this is how you're going to name your lead magnet so it's worth sharing, people are going to want to click on it, and you're going to attract your dream clients. So these are the ingredients you need before you go name your killer lead magnet. First, you need analytics and data from social media, and you're going to need to look at your open rates with email. Then you want to look for common trends in what gets the best response. And from digging and looking through this data, you're going to see what those secret dog whistle words are. So for one client, a dog whistle word was recurring revenue. Another one was profitable niches. Another one was high quality leads. And it's a good idea to combine these words with a proven template. I think the reason why Alex didn't give a template is because once they're done to death, like that's it. And he wants to make his book a legacy. I completely understand, which is why I don't think he's really given any templates. He's just giving you principles to work with. But I made this video to bridge the gap from the book specifically to coaches, consultants, and course creators. This is the template I would follow if I were you. And it's worked super well for all my past clients with lead magnets just like this. So it's specific benefit, who it's for, something timely, and then also implies urgency. So look at this example I wrote. 3 easy ways to quickly add recurring revenue to your agency in 2022. Do this urgently now if you're looking to inject cash into your agency fast. But hang on, we're not really done just yet. We can't just go put this out in the marketplace and think we're done. We need a split test like what Alex says. And before I go out on Instagram or on YouTube or anything else, I typically like to split test on my list. So what I'll do is I'll send an email saying, hey, you're interested in getting this lead magnet, but in one email, I'll have one version of the title, and another email, I'll have another version of the title. Then once I have the best results from that one, then I want to go to a slightly colder audience, say like a Facebook group. Now, your lead magnet is incomplete unless your follow-up is spot on. What goes in those emails after someone gets your lead magnet is a make or break whether they're going to become a customer or not. That's why in this video here, I show you every single step you need to build and monetize a list. It's a meaty, detailed video with every single step. So if you want to specifically address the follow-up, I would skip to step number 4 of this video.